geography class. Today is the second class, and in the second class we are going to talk and discuss about the first chapter, India size and location. In our first class we talked about India size and location. Its second part, location, we have seen India's location, where India is located in the world, in the northern hemisphere, its latitudinal extension, its longitudinal extension, and how India is having a significant place in the world we have seen in the first presentation. Now I welcome you to the second presentation. In the second presentation, we are going to talk and discuss about in the chapter India size and location. The second point, India's size. What is the size of India in the world? We are going to understand about that. So point number one arise here. What is the total landmass of the world and what is the total landmass of India? So here with the facts and figure with this slide we are going to understand that. So first one, we are going to talk about the landmass of India has an area of 3.28 million square kilometer. In that we are going to talk and discuss about if the world is having the total landmass area of 100, so India is having how much percentage? The second point is talking about 2.4 percentage of the total geographical area of the world is having with the India. So next, having the more clearization on this, I repeat my words again. The landmass of the total India is 3.28 million square kilometer. This point is clear to everyone. The second point is talking about the India's total area accounts how much percentage in the world? So 2.4 percentage. With the help of the next slides, we are going to understand more about it. So with this help of this pie chart, we are going to understand. This green part is talking about the landmass of the total world, rest of the world, and this red one is of India. So altogether it's 100%. Out of this 2.4 India is having. So rest of the world is having 97.6 percentage. If we add 2.4 percentage, it will altogether 100%. So rest, this green part is the rest of the world, red part is showing of India. This is the percentage 2.4. So moving back again to the previous slides, I want to tell you about India's total area accounts in the world 2.4 percentage of the total geographical area of the world. Next, moving to the next slide. With this help of this slide, you can understand about this green part and this red part. So question arises here, what is this red part showing? So this part is showing about India. This green part is showing what? It's talking about rest of the world, total geographical area. So by this pie chart, we can understand about the India's total geographical area. Moving further, this is the bar graph presentation. In that we are going to talk about the India's ranking in the world. So this is the figure from the textbook, from the chapter number 1, India size and location. I have taken the photograph from there. Directly I am talking about figure number 1.2. India is the 7th largest country of the world. So let's see whether it is really having the 7th number or not. So yes, it is correct. So here we are seeing about that. So India is here. So first number, Russia is there with the 17.09. Second one, Canada is there 9.98. Then after that, United States of America is there 9.83. Then China is there 9.60. Then Brazil is there 8.51. After that, Australia is there 7.69. So these 6 countries are having more geographical area than India, and after that India is the country which is occupying 3.28 million square kilometer. By that, India is having the 7th largest country in the world. This source is collected from the United Nations Demographic Yearbook 2015. This graph presentation clearly explains you about what. So we will see in the next slide. So from the figure 1.2, it's clear cut that the India is the 7th largest country of the world. Moving further, we will see about India has a land boundary of about 15,200 kilometer, and the total length of the coastline of the mainland including Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep, which is 7,516.6 kilometer. So with the help of the political map of India, we are going to see this one, so your concept is going to be more clear. Moving further, this is the outline political map of India. Now I stated about the land boundary. So first we will talk about the land boundary of India. So land boundary of India is 15,200 kilometer. Then I stated to you the length of the coastal line of the India is 7,516.6 kilometer. So where it is? So with this help of this blackish line, this black line is talking about the land boundary. It is connected to the land. So it's a land boundary and it's in kilometer 15,200. Then we will talk about the coastal line. That means this C1 which is attached to the sea, Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. So this brownish reddish one is talking about the coastal line of India and its total length is 7,516.6 kilometer. So by this outline political map of India, it is clear to you that the land boundary of India is 15,200 kilometer and this coastal line of India is 7,516.6 kilometer. So with this one you can understand about what is the size of our India, right? So with this clear cut explanation, this is clear, and now we are moving to the next slide. So this next slide is talking about India is bounded by the Yangfold mountain in the northwest and the northeast. Second one, south of about 22 degree north latitude, it begins to taper and extend down the Indian Ocean, dividing into the two seas. And what are the two seas? The two seas are Arabian Sea in the west and Bay of Bengal in the east. So having the more clear on this topic, we will see this part. So by seeing this part, you can understand about, as I stated about that, from the southern part it is going to be becoming taper. So what is the meaning of taper? Taper means becoming narrow and narrow and narrow. So as you are observing, this is the India, and from the southern part it's becoming small and small and small and going. So tapering here. So here we are talking about with this help. So this Indian Ocean is divided by this land mass, and we are having here Arabian Sea here in the west, and in the east we are having the Bay of Bengal. So with this help we are going to talk and discuss about, again I will take you to the previous slides which was talking about India's land boundary of Yangfold mountain. This I made you clear, dividing into two parts. We will go to the first point once again. So here this is the part here where the Yangfold mountain stretch in the arc shape up to here. The Yangfold mountain, Himalaya ranges. Himalaya ranges here in the north, up to the east and up to the west. So next we will talk about this point. So this point is speaking about what? How is the India's size is stretching from north to the south and from west to the east. So let's have an explanation on that. Point number one, starting from Jammu and Kashmir, from the north to the south Kanyakumari, we are having the distance between here 3214 kilometer. North to south the distance is 3214 kilometer. Moving toward the west from the Gujarat part up to Arunachal Pradesh, we are having 2933 kilometer. So from north to south 3214 kilometer. From Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh we are having 2933 kilometer. So with this help of this map we are understanding about the distance from north to the south, distance from west to the east, and it is clear how much big and vast India is having. So in the world it is occupying the 7th largest country. Moving further, we will see from the figure 1.3. Which was the figure 1.3? So this was the figure 1.3. So this figure was talking about that its latitudinal and longitudinal extension of the mainland is 30 degrees. It is clear that the latitudinal and longitudinal extension of the mainland is about 30 degrees. Despite this, we are seeing the east-west part extension appears to be smaller than the north-south. Moving further, we will see from the Gujarat to the Arunachal Pradesh, there is a time lag of 2 hours. So the question arises, why there is a time lag of 2 hours? So moving further to the map, once again, figure 1.3. So the distance from Gujarat to the Arunachal Pradesh, we are having the distance 2933 kilometers. So what's the difference in that? The time should be same, but the sunrise here in Arunachal Pradesh. So the sun rays travel from Arunachal Pradesh and reaching up to Gujarat, they have to travel this much distance. So there is a 2-hour timing lag is there. So to have a more clear, we are going to talk and discuss about the standard meridian of India. So in this map only, you are seeing this dotted line which is talking about the standard meridian, which is 82 degree 30 minute east. Moving further, hence the time along the standard meridian of India, 82 degree 30 minute east, is passing through Mirzapur, which is situated in Uttar Pradesh, which I have shown you in the map. The dotted one line is taken as the standard time for the whole country. So now question arises here, why we are taking this standard meridian which is passing through Mirzapur as a standard meridian for all the India. So the timing of India is fixed from Mirzapur. So the latitudinal extension influences the duration of day and night as one move from south to north. So having the more clear idea on this, we will move to the next slide. So this next slide is talking about, you are seeing the web type structure of longitudes and latitude of India. You are seeing the vertical lines are going here. You are seeing the horizontal lines are going here. So these lines are talking about, these are latitudes running, the sleeping line and the standing line are talking about longitude. So India's longitudinal extension from here and moving up to here. So we are having from here to here, so that we are taking the central one. So the from here we are talking about this 82 degree east, this one. So this is passing, this is Uttar Pradesh, so passing through Mirzapur. So that's why with the help is longitudinal and latitudinal extension, we can fix India. These longitudes which are called a meridian, we are taking our standard meridian which is passing through from Mirzapur. It is situated in Uttar Pradesh. So having more clear picturization is, we are moving to the next slide. See this. That part was talking about who the spider web type was. So many latitudes, longitudes were there, so you will be little bit confused. To more clear on that, we are talking about the longitude 68 degree. So already clear to you, and 97 degrees. So this much area, the longitudinal extension of India, this much. So out of this all the longitude, this 82 is the central one. So that's why we are taking the standard meridian. 82 degree 30 minute east. So by this we are having the more clear idea on this. So the question arises here, why 82 degree 30 minute east has been selected as a standard meridian of India? This question can be in your examination of annual exam, otherwise a very good question can be asked in your internal examination. So the answer is clear, which I explained you earlier. So once again I will repeat this point, so you should not forget this topic. 82 degree 30 minute east has been selected as the standard meridian of India because the reason is disclosing here it is situated in the central of all longitudes. So as we are going in the previous slides, it is in the central one. That's why we are taking it as the central one and longitude latitudes in which our country is located. So 82 degree 30 minute is selected as a standard meridian of India because it is almost center of the India, right? Again I will show you the same map. Once again you see, if any doubt is there, you can just have a comment and you can clarify your doubts and difficulty. See this one, longitudinal extension, and this one is the central one. We are calculating this all longitudes. Then we are going to this one central one. Then moving further. Overview of this topic. So today in our all discussion we talked about the size of India. The second point was there. We talked about what? So this is very important point. So I request to all my students to please make a note of these two slides which are very important. So very important in the sense these points are bifurcated and crystal clear in the short note form of the chapter. So first covering the area of 3.2 million square kilometer we had discussed. Then in a percentage we already talked about 2.4% of the world. Next what we discussed, by this area India occupies which position? So here we are the 7th position. We are the 7th largest country in the world. Then we had seen our the land boundary which is connected 15,200 kilometer. Then we had seen the coastline which is the 7,516.6 kilometer. Moving further, east-west extent. East and west extent appear to be smaller than the north-south. East-west extended to be appear smaller and north and south it's look bigger, but altogether they are 30 degree. So that's why we are seeing this, but it's not like that. Moving to the next slide. India's longitudinal and latitudinal extension is about 30 degree, which I stated earlier to you. So India's standard time is based on 82 degree 30 minute east, which is passing through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh. So the latitudinal extension influence the duration of the day and night. So what is the latitudinal extension? So if we want to see the latitudinal, so latitudes are moving from down to the up. They are the sweeping line. So latitudinal extension they influence the duration of day and night. We will see once again the map which was talking about these latitudes from here. The latitude from here Kanyakumari moving up to the Jammu and Kashmir. So this latitudinal extension will also influence the day and night. So moving further in the next class we will see about in the Kanyakumari what is the influence of day and night, or it is not there, or why it is not there. We will discuss about this question. So moving further once again to the overview to your revision points. These revision points are very important. Please copy down this all and just some facts and figure you have to memorize about the area, square kilometer, about the percentage of our India, about the ranking of India in the world. So the question is very simple. It can be asked into 1 marks question, 2 marks question. India is having the dash position in the world, in the area. So you have to write the 7th largest country. What is the total area in the percentage? So 2.4%. Next, what is the area? Is million square kilometers. So many options will be there. So you have to choose the correct one, which is talking about 3.28. Then it can be asked in the form of what is the coastline? So the coastal line is talking about this. Then it can be asked about the land boundary. So you can write about this answer. Then we are moving about what is the standard meridian of India. So you can write about the standard meridian of India. So standard meridian of India, 1 marks question can be asked. Other than from which area it is passing. So the correct answer is Mirzapur. And in which state? So you can write about Uttar Pradesh. So what is the influence and all like that we can discuss and understand. Moving further, do you know, in my previous presentation also I talked about this. So do you know the southernmost point of India? That is, answer is Indira Point. But here so many students has asked me, sir, you had made this presentation, but we want to see the photograph of Indira Point also. For that purpose, I have again added this slide for you all, and with this you can see the Indira Point. So this is the southernmost point of India, that is Indira Point. Lastly, I want to thank you all the cadets for watching this presentation and having the clear-cut idea about India's size. So India's size and location, 2 topics we have finished, and after that we are going to talk about the next 3rd presentation will be of India's affair with other countries. So India and the world, how they are connected to each other, in which way and how we will discuss in the 3rd class. So thank you one and all, and have a nice day. Jai Hind to everyone.